CIA, high-tech, low-cunning. Tonight, 9:30, BBC One.
Margot Hemingway is a successful model and actress who seemed to have it all. But underneath the glittering facade, she has suffered with bulimia for years. Now she's fighting back from this serious eating disorder. Discover how in half an hour.
First on One, the gossips are at it already in sunny Eldorado.
Breakfast will be ready in 10 minutes.
Is that up yet? 50. 55.
Oh, it's your old dear sweet self, Mrs. Lockhead.
Good morning, Snowy.
And will you just look at the time?
Yes, I'm sorry about that, but I'm running a little behind schedule. It's about the new arrivals.
Oh, I shouldn't think they've serviced yet either.
Neither is their furniture.
Beg your pardon?
Dr. and Mrs. Webb.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought you were talking about the newlyweds. Isn't she a darling wee girl?
Yes, she seems very
How
nice.
old would you say she was?
Well, I hadn't really thought about
Oh,
it.
17 if she's a day.
Yes, well, some girls prefer an older man.
Oh, but not Bunny. I mean, he's old enough to be your father.
Hardly. Look, Snowy, the bare essentials.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't spare the time.
It's the very least we can do.
All that water over the plaza. Ah, the very person.
Snowy.
Good morning,
Gwen,
Joy.
hello.
I was just telling Mrs. L here about all those burst pipes over the plaza.
I'm a little bit more worried about my ceiling.
See, I told you I had my hands full. I'll be there just before lunch.
I won't hold my breath.
The way things are over there, I don't think I'll even get my siesta.
Look, Snowy, it'll take you a couple of hours at the most. A few pots and pans, I should be able to get hold of those. A table and some chairs.
From where, for heaven's sake?
I do wish you'd stop playing the leprechaun, Snowy. It doesn't suit you. 5 minutes.
What's the rush? We're on holiday, remember?
No, please, not now. Please. I've got a headache.
That's supposed to be my line.
Won't be long, love. Just going in for a dip.
Oh.
How about you? Do you fancy a swim?
No, I've got to do breakfast.
No, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I told you this last night. This is something new for both of us.
Please, Bunny, I'd really like to. Honest.
We've both got to take things one step at a time.
Is there anything, you know, special you like?
Oh, I'll leave it up to you.
Good morning, Mr. Charleston.
Blair,
Didn't expect to see you here this morning.
Oh?
I thought you'd have a lie-in.
A healthy body, Blair, leads to a healthy mind.
Not when you're my age. How's the missus?
Huh?
The wife, Mrs. Charleston.
Oh, fit. Oh, first class. Absolutely. Tip-top. Yes, indeed.
Morning, Mr. Charleston.
Miss King.
I know it's early days yet, but is Mrs. Charleston settling in nicely?
Everything's going to be just hunky-dory.
Drew, breakfast is ready. Drew, did you hear me? It's on the table.
Yes, I'm coming.
That smells good.
Tell your father he could do with a little encouragement. I don't suppose you know where the spare corkscrew is, do you?
No.
I only asked.
She'll do.
Who will, love?
Fizz, Mrs. Charleston.
She seems a nice kid. Not exactly a lot going on upstairs, though, is there?
Well, she's got further down. Who cares?
You've got a one-track mind, you have.
Success.
I wasn't the only one with my tongue hanging out, you know.
I knew it was here somewhere.
If you ask me, Bunny's got a bit of a problem on his hands.
Won't be a sec. I'll just give you a scrape.
Fizz, I haven't had what you call a decent English breakfast in years. A bowl of cornflakes and a cup of tea will do me fine.
I thought you liked coffee.
If coffee's what you've made, coffee's what we'll have.
No.
Yes. Now sit down. That's an order.
I'm hopeless, aren't I?
Look, so long as it's warm and wet, that's all that matters.
I'm not interrupting anything, I hope.
Look, pour Snowy a cup of coffee, would you like?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I just wanted to ask you a favour, that's all.
Snowy kept an eye on the place while I was away.
Yeah, no.
And how are we this morning? Slept well, I hope?
Think so. Can't really remember.
Oh, that's what I like to hear.
So, what can we do for you?
Oh, to tell you the truth, it's Mrs. Lockhead. Oh, no, I tell a lie. It's for that new couple at number 10.
What, they moved in already?
Which is a blessed relief. The furniture still hasn't arrived.
You're on the catch.
Oh, top priority is a bed. Now there's a sight for sore eyes.
Ah, I look even better under a 77 pink diamond.
Oh, morning, Miss King.
Mr. White, when you have a moment, there's something the matter with my fridge.
Now what happened?
Oh, now I'm not one for the gossip, as you
Oh,
well know.
no, dear, I know.
But I think it's to do with the paper-thin walls.
Come again?
Well, your bedroom backs onto hers.
Ah, well, she was out of luck last night. Her and me both.
Oh, then it must be that little nymphette.
Well, you must have something to pull a bird like that.
Can't see it myself.
Well, in those shorts, who could?
It's going to be one of the best nights on the Costa del Slees.
You say that every week.
It'll be packed to the rooftops, I bet.
Is that a fact?
I might even learn a couple of new songs.
You say that every week, too.
Oh, no. Hey, Alan, Gavin, hang on a minute. Put one of these posters up in the bar for us, will you, darling?
One thing you've got to see is the old town.
Can you get some postcards? I should let my mum know I got here okay, shouldn't I?
Then there's the marina.
It's right near the beach, isn't it? In which case, I'll go and change my top. I could do with a bit of sun.
No, that's for the tourists. You'll do fine just as you are.
Morning.
Morning, Lizzo. I'll be with you in about 10 minutes, okay? I'm just going to nip into Giorgio's, darling. Okay.
Hope you and Ingrid are coming.
Ya, son las 6 menos que.
Oh, great. Catch you later.
En la cocina, por favor.
Oh, don't tell me you've had another flood. It's still mopping up after the last one. Oh, I don't know why you bother with an apartment. You spend all your life here these days. Yeah. I'll just be a couple of ticks, okay? All right, darling. You've not had the ceiling done. What's happened to all the chairs? Snowy borrowed a couple for the new arrivals. Oh, well, it makes the place look so much bigger, dear. For the first time ever, I'll be playing to standing room only. Well, why don't you get Snowy to do all that?
Oh, forget about it. All he can do is talk about that new little bimbo.
Oh, well, I know Alan and Gavin, they fancy her too. She's quite pretty. Really?
In a prepubescent sort of way.
Oh, come on, she's not that young. Well, as they say, different strokes.
I wonder how long it'll be before Marcus tries to muscle him.
Oh, he wouldn't do that to Bunny.
No?
No.
Was I right, or was I right?
Pequeño, you were right.
You know, someone ought to open up a book exchange back home.
They'd go bust within a week.
Oh, perhaps you're right. You alone have saved thousands of trees. Ah, good morning, Mr. Charlson. Again. Mrs. Charlson? Oh.
Miss King.
Mrs. Fernandez, did you sell her that? Yes, she's bought it in the shop. You and I are both typical English rows. 10 is far too low.
Is it, Bunny?
You take my word for it. Total block. That's the one you need.
I was wondering how you were fixed this evening. I thought we might eat at the restaurant and bring Abuela. Abuela is Rosario's mother.
You know what she's like. These days she eats like a sparrow.
My mother was just the same at that age.
She meant a great deal to you, didn't she?
Yes. And so does Fizz. Don't you, love?
Fist this and fist that. Can't anyone talk about anything else?
How old would you say she is?
20?
No.
22?
17.
Bit of a dark horse, our Bunny. There's obviously more to him than meets the eye.
Why does she always reduce everything to the physical?
Because in her case...
Oh, sorry.
It is. Why do you think she's all over Dieter again?
Oh, now she's trying to upset me. Well, for all the good it did, dear. Dead to the world in every way.
You took him back to your place last night, didn't you?
I'm not talking about sumo wrestling, Trish. I'm talking about love.
Same thing.
And she should know. The only problem is she's never won a contest in her life.
I will give the monkeys.
I do.
70.
Oh, no. Doesn't bear thinking about.
We're both dead chuffed, aren't we, Antonio? The only problem seems to be the lingo. We're going to have to do something about your Julio Iglesias.
Dice que tenemos que hacer algo acerca de tu Julio Iglesias.
Find you a teacher or something.
Encontrar un profesor o algo así.
Tell Pilar to meet me at the Spanish bar at 5 o'clock this evening.
Dice que quiere quedar contigo en el bar español a las 5 de la tarde.
Dile que no puedo, que he prometido ver a una amiga y tengo que llamar a mis padres.
Pilar say sorry, but she has made plans.
Tomorrow, then.
Dice que mañana.
Same again?
I didn't think you should either.
Well, just while we're waiting, he'll be in a minute, won't he?
Trish, you said that nearly an hour ago.
Well, he's probably held up at work or something.
Yeah, well, look, you can wait all you like. I've got to go and open up.
Now, if he's not here by past, I'll leave, and that's a promise.
Just lay off the hard stuff, okay?
I promise.
Coke.
Great.
How are you finding it so far?
Great.
Hey, thanks a lot for last night, Joy. We really enjoyed it.
Good. Well, you must get him to bring you again sometime when it's a bit quieter.
Yeah, Fizz would like that, wouldn't you, Fizz?
Why didn't you try and make it tonight? Trish is giving her all.
That's Trish sitting over there.
Yeah, I met her last night too.
She sounds just like Judy Garland.
Who?
I didn't know you were a tennis fan, Joy.
Actually, I could tell you a lot of things that you don't know.
Here you go. 1 Coke. And 1 mineral water.
Ah, well, now that the Wicked Witch of the North has gone about her nefarious deeds, you think I could be awfully boring and have a real one instead?
I'm sorry.
Forget it, darling. I'll see you both at Joy's later, all right?
Do I look as if I was born yesterday?
Then how could you be such a pig?
I'm going on for a siesta.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you in a minute.
I wasn't the only one sniffing around, you know.
According to Tracy, you were the first and the last.
Well, perhaps you should ask the local Spanish boys, because I think they tell you a slightly different story. Because like most English birds that come out here for a couple of weeks, she couldn't get enough.
Pretty, isn't it?
I prefer the new part.
That's Roberto and Rosario's place.
Oh, ours is much nicer. Why is everywhere closed, Bunny?
Siesta.
Oh.
I'm not even going to have a cup of tea.
I'm dying for one.
No, I'm going to go straight to bed.
And you have to start on your own.
There we are. Home at last.
Dr. and Mrs. Webb?
Yes.
Gwen Lockhead, President of the Residents Association. Welcome to Las Terrazzas.
I do hope you like the plant. I tried to get a Ficus benjamina, commonly known as weeping fig.
One vodka and tonic, one beer, that's 400 pesetas. And about time, too. Sorry, I mean 350. Where the heck have you been?
Got held up, didn't I?
Mum will be in a right old state. I told her I'd ring at 3, see how Dad was.
I managed to persuade that couple to upgrade their timeshare.
Well, that's great.
It's really brilliant. Means we won't have to worry about the rent for 2 whole months.
Must try and remember to tell Mum. She'll be pleased.
Oh, how's it?
It's as good as anywhere, I suppose.
So what would you like?
We can't be bored.
How much are you offering?
Besides, we haven't anywhere to go.
Where there's a will.
I'll settle for a large gin and tonic.
Right. And then I'll call those removal people.
Have you got a boat?
I prefer terra firma myself. And I would, wouldn't I? Being an old landlubber, what? Besides, I get seasick. How's business?
I think you know just about everybody.
That's per.
Per who?
Per cent. Actually, his name's Svensson. He's a Dane. His wife owns that beauty place just opposite the restaurant.
So where to next?
Well, I think that's enough for one day, don't you?
I haven't seen the beach yet.
It's time for our siesta. Besides, there's no rush. You live here now. You can paddle the old tootsies any time you like.
Please, Bunny.
Oh, wouldn't you rather have a nice 40 winks? I know I would.
Then you go ahead. I don't mind. I'll go on my own.
You'll never find your own way back.
Then I'll ask someone.
No, Fizz, I'd rather you came with me.
Oh, don't be such an old fuddy today.
Yeah, I suppose I'm a bit of an old stick in the mud, aren't I? All right, off you go. You'll be careful, won't you?
There aren't any sharks, are there?
Maybe this time. Anyone would think it was my birthday.
I wouldn't wish one of those on my worst enemy, dear.
Snow is finally working. You've turned up 4 hours early.
5?
You haven't set up this early for a gig in ages. What's got into you?
Who do you think? He was there at the apartment when I got back. He'd even bought me flowers.
Whose money?
And to cut a long story short.
No, please, just spare me the details.
Well, it was like the Queen Mum's birthday all over again. Coloured lights and fireworks for days.
I'd settle for just one tiny sparkler.
You and me are going to have a serious talk, my girl.
For your sake, I just hope it lasts.
Come on. Hey, Arnold. Come here. Do you see who I see?
Hands off, I saw her first. Hey, I wonder if she plays.
Watch this. Let's find out.
No, thank you, really.
No?
Thank you. Oh, how'd you get on?
Friday at the very latest.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. We coped in worse situations.
Yeah. I've still got a bad back to prove it.
Same again.
Come on, let's play.
You know I've never played before.
You'll pick it up in no time. Come on.
She didn't let on or nothing, but I reckon she's a bit short of the ready, what with Dad and that.
Oh, well then, you couldn't have called her at a better time then.
Oh, I'll get it off to her right away.
Yeah, give us a yell if you need a hand with a letter.
Sure. Oh, by the way, you know that young bird you've been lusting after?
I could name you about 20.
Well, she's out there playing volleyball.
If you can tear yourself away, I'll take a scotch.
Yeah. She's enough to drive anyone to drink.
Make it a large one.
I didn't mean that one. That one.
To each his own.
Mind you, I wouldn't kick that one out of bed either.
You stick to the child bride. She's a little bit more your style.
All right, let's go and change.
What for?
Well, I thought instead of going home and looking at 4 empty walls, I might take you out to a rather splendid dinner. And then we might take in a show.
I didn't know they had a theatre here.
They haven't, as far as I know.
Oh, well, not exactly Phantom of the Opera, but I'm game if you are. Now you know what happened to Baby Jane.
What?
I've written a letter to Daddy.
Nonsense, you look terrific.
Have you seen Dieter?
He's probably still recovering.
He should have been here an hour ago.
Might be late for his own funeral, that one. Just relax.
Yeah, well, don't mind if I do, darling. I'll have a brandy.
Brandy, Coca-Cola para Trish.
Talent's a bit thin on the ground.
Don't let Trish hear you say that. Hola, Martha.
Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres.
So, what are they like, these new people?
The Webbs? Well, it's hard to say, but Olive King was pretty impressed. Definitely one of us, she said.
I'd hardly call that a recommendation, would you?
¿Puedo tomar tarta de queso, mamá?
Please excuse me for a moment.
Toma Macedonia, es mucho mejor para ti. And are you having something, Mrs. Bunny?
Ice cream.
Strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, or if you prefer, you can have a cassata.
All 4, I love ice cream.
Ah, a liqueur on the house. I insist.
Oh, rosemary?
Do you have parfait amour?
The very best.
I'll just have a brandy. We seem to have made quite a find.
You certainly have, Dr. Webb.
It's gonna happen sometime, maybe this time. Oh, well.
Everybody, they love a winner, so nobody loves
Too. Is Trish seen you yet? Make sure she does.
First, I need something to drink. Scotch. Yeah, give me a scotch.
She was useless, but the boy thought she was great.
You're a lucky man, Bunny.
Yes. Javier, La Cuenta, table 6.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Hope to see you both again soon.
Yeah.
Can we go to the bar and hear that woman sing now?
Well,
Come on, please do. Go. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
I won't betray his trust, though people say.
Same old songs. Why doesn't she sing something modern for a change?
That's some top chart for months.
Something with a little more beat.
She's got a date coming up. Why don't you ask her?
I'd rather have another scotch.
You haven't paid me for the last 2 yet.
Trish's got a tab. Put it on hers.
Thank you, darlings. I'm going to take a short break now.
I do like her voice.
So glad you made it.
Drink. The usual for Madame, and I'll have a scotch.
That'll be 250, please.
Put it on Trish's tab.
Now, look, we have a 2,000 limit in this bar, and Trish's tab hit that, or rather you did, 2 drinks ago.
2 mil? What happened to the money I gave you this afternoon?
Looks good, doesn't it?
Dieter, you've got more shirts than I've had hot dinners.
It was only 5,000.
Only?
You want me to look good, don't you?
Well, can't you do it on your own money?
I'm sorry.
Do you know how much money I get for this gig?
You should ask for more.
Well, I'm going to have to, aren't I? What with that and the booze, you've just about blown the lot.
Oh, I'm worth it, aren't I?
You're an absolute little...
If that's how you feel,
That's exactly how I feel.
Then I see you around.
When she
She'll be where-
Here we go.
What are you doing?
Give you one guess. Do 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 do.
Shouldn't we put something over the window?
Oh, yes, tomorrow.
Turn the lights off then.
Ah, do them good. They might learn a thing or two. Come here.
Well, at least they're happy.
Don't you see that now you've gone and I'm left here on my own, and I have to follow you and to beg you to come home.
Tired? Soon be.
You don't have to say you love me, just be close and
Night, you two.
Night. Sleep tight.
I can only keep my eyes open day, though.
Do you want some cocoa?
Oh, no, thanks.
I think I'll give it a miss too.
If you like when you're finished, I'll walk you home.
Thanks, darling. Don't bother. It's going to be a long night.
While you're using the bathroom, how does the hot milk?
Ta. Is that you, Bunny?
I thought I heard you call. You're looking a bit under the weather. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Good. I'll go and get the milk then.
Eldorado continues on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 7, with repeat showings on Wednesday and Friday lunchtime after Neighbours and on Sundays after EastEnders.